The fall television schedule is underway, and Canadian broadcasters are debuting a number of new shows. One of these shows is hosted by X22 Minutes correspondent Nathan Fielder. Nathan, great to see you, and congratulations.
Thanks, Kathy. It's great to see you, too.
So you're hosting a new reality show.
Yeah, it's on CTV, and it's called Who's Tallest Canada. It's a 10-week competition to determine who's the tallest between 5 men.
Who's Tallest Canada?
Yeah, CTV purchased the Canadian franchise rights from Who's Tallest America.
Okay, great. And you brought a clip?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Let's take a look.
I'd like to begin by congratulating both of you for making it this far in the competition. Unfortunately, one of you will be going home tonight. Don, I think you surprised all of us with your amazing three-point shooting in the basketball challenge.
Thank you.
And your win in the limbo contest was impressive.
Do I keep thanking you? Or
You don't have to keep thanking me, that's okay. Both of you have been very fierce competitors. Canada voted. And Donnie. I'm sorry, you're not as tall as Edward.
I knew it was a long shot for me because of my height. I got all my friends to vote for me, but there's always next year.
I knew I wasn't going home because Donnie was shorter than me.
The producers didn't tell me who was going home, so I found out when the rest of Canada did. And then I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense, because Donnie was shorter, the shorter one. It's been a pretty crazy competition so far. I mean, I think we all remember back in week 4 when Albert was caught cheating. Albert, is that the real top of your head? A can of tuna. That was giving you an extra inch. This is totally unacceptable in this competition. It's about height. We're all sad to see Donnie go tonight, but there's still 6 weeks of competition left. So at this point, I'd say it's still anyone's game.
President Obama is officially in office, and the American people are excited. But I don't care what the American people think. I only care what celebrities think. So that's why I came here to Los Angeles, California, to talk to some Hollywood A-listers about their new president. Hi, I'm here with Dennis Hopper. Dennis, how do you feel about your new president?
I'm proud of him as a president. I think he'll be a fine president.
Great, and do you have any new movies coming out?
New movies?
Well, I'm hopeful that the new president will be a change of direction.
Okay, and excuse me for asking, but which of the Baldwin brothers are you?
I'm sorry?
Which one are you?
What do you mean, which one am I?
The Baldwin brothers.
The Baldwin brothers? My name is Steve.
It's great. Fantastic.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And what are you working on these days, Miss Zeta Jones? I'm here today with the very young and adorable Dakota Fanning. Dakota, how do you feel about your new president?
Very enthusiastic.
Is that your boyfriend?
Yeah.
So you're dating Snoop Dogg?
Snoop Dogg?
It looks like Burt Reynolds is crossing the street. Mr. Reynolds, hi. We're here from Canada. Celebrities.
But everybody hope it's going good, better.
And I know who you are, so may I just compliment you on the good disguise Tom Cruise.
Okay.
Can you do one of your jokes that you always do on The View?
Yes.
Do it for the camera.
What did one ghost say to the other ghost?
What?
Do you believe in people?
Well, it looks like it's unanimous. All the celebrities here are stoked about their new president. Right, Courtney?
Right.
Nathan Fielder, 22 minutes, Hollywood.
Today in Washington, D.C., Senator Barack Obama was officially sworn in as the 44th President of the United States. To report on the historic ceremony and celebrations, 22 Minutes correspondent Nathan Fielder is live in Washington, D.C. Nathan.
Hello?
So tell us what's going on there. It must be pretty exciting.
Did you know there were 2 Washingtons?
Sorry?
When I booked my flight online, I must have just clicked the first one that came down.
I'm sorry, Nathan. I'm not following.
I'm in Seattle. The Seattle, Washington.
So you're not at the inauguration?
It's funny, when I was on the plane, I thought the flight was taking a bit long, but then I didn't really think about it. But then when we were landing and the pilot was like, "We're landing in Seattle," that's when I knew I messed up.
Okay.
Actually, no, I didn't even know I messed up then, because I flew WestJet and the pilot was like making jokes the whole flight. So when he said we're landing in Seattle, I thought that was another joke, but it wasn't.
Okay. Well, thanks for that then, Nathan.
You're not mad, are you? I'm sorry.
Nathan, it's fine. We all make mistakes.
Don't tell anyone, Kay?
You're live on air.
On your side. It's a new year, and it seems like some of us are doing our best to reduce our waste and pollute less. However, new statistics show that some Canadians still don't care enough about the environment. So, as Canadians, should we be caring more about the environment? All right. Very funny. That kid just told me that I was good looking, and then he said that it was opposite day, which would mean that I'm not good looking. Very funny. It's also funny because I had no idea that it was opposite day today. Brendan McNeil is a candidate with the Nova Scotia Green Party. I sat down with him to learn more about bettering the environment. How important is it for Canadians to take care of the environment?
Well, we saw in the 2006 election that the environment was the #1 issue. So I think Canadians as a whole feel that it's really important.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to mention that today is opposite day.
Today is opposite day?
Yeah, so you just have to answer the opposite of what you actually mean. Okay, so I'll ask that again. How important is it for Canadians to take care of the environment?
It's very important. The environment's very important, definitely.
So you said it's very important?
Right.
Which means you think it's not that important?
Right.
Am I correct on that?
No, you're not correct. I think the environment is a #1 issue.
So you're saying it's the bottom issue because it's opposite day?
No. I guess if it's opposite day, then I would say that it is the bottom issue.
Can I quote you on that?
I'd rather not.
The environment is the bottom issue. Brendan McNeil.
You know, it's funny. This is even hard for me to say that. That it isn't important, because it is important.
Party
I don't think just because someone's labeled
Canada.
today's opposite day that I can totally just reject it.
So, this year, remember to make the environment your bottom issue. I know I did. I'm Nathan Fielder on your side. Today, I hit the streets of Halifax to talk to people about Christmas. What are you hoping to get from Santa this year? What do you want from Santa? What do you want from Santa? What do you want from Santa? Can you say Santa? Can you say Santa? Can you say Santa?
Santa?
Say Santa.
Santa?
Can you say Santa?
Santa.
I can't hear you.
Santa?
I can't hear you.
Santa?
Can you say Santa? Say Santa. Can you say Santa?
Santa.
Aww. You like Christmas?
Yes, I
You
love
like
Christmas.
it so much, don't you?
Yes.
What's your favorite part?
Decorating.
You want lots of toys?
Lots of toys.
You want candy?
No.
You want a bunch of candy for Christmas?
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, no,
yes,
no,
you
no,
do.
no.
Yes, yes,
I
yes,
do
yes.
not.
Oh, yes, you do. Are you tired?
Oh, I'm always tired.
You need a nap?
I need a nap.
You
I
need a
missed my
long nap?
today. Old folks need naps. I missed my nap today.
Oh, and you're so old.
I am too, yeah.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Yeah.
You do, right?
Yeah.
You love Zuba?
Yeah.
You go Zubu?
Mm-hmm.
You hope Zubu? You say Santa? All right, well, it looks like this little elf is definitely looking forward to Christmas. Nathan Fielder, 22 minutes, Halifax. On your side. Do you know what this is? I gave you a couple seconds there to answer if you're watching at home. This is a pillow. And people use this to get a good night's sleep. But for the growing number of Canadians with sleeping troubles, just putting your head on a pillow might not be enough to get that much needed rest. So, you're probably wondering, what's the special secret to getting a good night's sleep at night? To find out, I paid a visit to the Snore Shop in Nova Scotia and sat down with professional sleep researcher Trina Hanschke. What are some things you can do to help you have a better sleep?
Best thing to do, which is sometimes the hardest thing to do, is leave your day behind. Clear your mind of the day's stresses by deep breathing and relaxation.
So clearing your head and deep breathing.
Yes.
Do you mind if I try?
No?
Okay.
Is it not working for you? Are you okay?
I must have,
Dozed off.
sorry.
That's okay.
So, remember that deep breathing and clearing your mind will help you have a good sleep. Just remember not to do it in the middle of an interview. I'm Nathan Fielder, on your side. On your side. This week,
Bernard from Winnipeg writes, Dear Nathan, lately I've been concerned about my savings. With several major American banks going under, I'm wondering if it's still safe to leave my money in a Canadian bank. Well, Bernard, that's a good question. Now, normally, rather than just leaving your money in a bank, I'd recommend putting it into a bank account. Because when you just leave your money in a bank, it might get stepped on or people might not know whose it is. But still, I'll do my best to answer your question, because I'm on your side. To start off, I paid a visit to Dr. Melvin Cross, a top banking and economics expert at Dalhousie University. Is it safe for people to just leave their money in a Canadian bank?
Yes, I think it is safe for people to leave their money in Canadian banks.
Really? Huh. I wouldn't have thought that.
Well, Canadian banks did not engage in financing the housing bubble.
Even though Dr. Cross was the expert, I still wasn't quite ready to take his word for it. So, to see for certain, I took $500 of my own personal money and left it in a local bank. Then I walked away and let time play its role. That night, I went to sleep and had an interesting dream. I dreamt that all my money grew legs and then started walking away. One $20 bill grew arms, so it had to walk away on its arms. But I couldn't do anything because I was handcuffed to a giant cat. I didn't really know what the dream meant, but I soon found out when I returned to the bank to find all my money gone. This was upsetting, so I repaid a visit to Dr. Cross. Yesterday I left $500 in the bank, and today when I went back it was gone.
It was gone?
Yeah.
Was it in a bank account?
Like, I put it near the front of the bank.
I understand you're saying that it's in a bank, but you actually need to deposit the money in a banking machine or give it to a teller,
right,
and get a receipt to ensure that it's
okay.
secure.
You got to be clear when you give advice to people, otherwise they'll get confused. Okay?
Because right. Yes.
Okay, so that explains the money going away. Well, what does the giant cat represent?
Sorry, the cat?
Oh, I was handcuffed to it while my money grew legs and walked away.
What?
So, just remember that if you want your money to be safe, it needs to be in a bank account. And in case you're wondering, I looked it up on the internet, and the cat in my dream actually represents my difficulty in finding a mate. Neat, huh? I'm Nathan Fielder, on your side.
A new report shows that sales of pizza have increased due in part to a slower economy and higher food prices. So we sent 22 Minutes correspondent Nathan Fielder to Naples, Italy to file this report.
I love pepperoni. And put some cheese on there too, please. Thanks. Pizza. We all love pizza. And these days, with food prices skyrocketing, pizza has become mega popular once again. So what's the secret behind pizza's longevity and success? Well, to find out, we came all the way to the source, here in Napolis, in the Campania region of southern Italy, where this world-famous dish was born. And our first stop in Naples was with master pizza chef Bassam Awad. Tell me about your pizzeria.
Yeah, it was established in 1994. We've been in the business since. The store used to be in the south end. We moved over here to the side of Halifax.
Oh, you mean Italy, not Halifax?
Oh, no. I moved from Lebanon in 1994.
You moved from Lebanon to Italy, you mean?
No, I moved to Canada.
Look, we were supposed to be doing this story in Italy, but we couldn't afford to go. Is it possible for you to just pretend, maybe?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so what's the secret behind great Italian pizza?
I don't know, to be happy when you make it.
Could you say it with like an Italian accent or something?
You gotta be happy when you make it.
Could you say it like a bit more Italian? Like, you know, to be happy when you make it. Yeah, something like that.
Well, to be happy when you make it, right? can't get better than that from me.
After telling me all about his authentic Italian pizzas, Bassam was gracious enough to take me into town and show us some of his country's historic landmarks.
The Colosseum. The Leaning Tower of Pisa. The Pope.
And after all that fun and education, I still had enough time to sit back and enjoy the gorgeous Italian view. Nathan Fielder, 22 Minutes, Italy. On your side. The CBC. As Canadians, we love to watch it. But the CBC is funded by your taxpayer money. So, when you turn on that TV, are you getting your money's worth? Or does your TV turn into a toilet, and are you throwing money into it and then flushing your TV? To find out, I had the honor of sitting down with CBC's president and CEO, Hubert Lacroix. So normally we get people to sign a release saying they agree to be on camera, but
I don't think that's a big issue with me.
Since CBC shows are funded by the Canadian taxpayer, how do you ensure that their money goes to quality programming?
Well, as you know, the reason why we exist is that we are trying to deliver more and more Canadian-based programming to Canadians.
Like, for example, what do you think of what I do?
Your segment and what you do personally?
Yeah.
Well, I think that's, I mean, it's absolutely core to CBC, and if we didn't have you, I mean, I think that the CBC probably would not exist.
I sense that you're being sarcastic.
Me? Never.
Do you not like what I do?
I absolutely love this hour's 22 minutes. It's a way for us to have a lot of fun at what's happening in Canada.
So you're a fan of the show?
Absolutely.
What's been your favorite interview that I've done?
Well, you see the interviews that you do here, because they're deadpan and that you're very, very good at them. Every person sitting in my chair right now must be wondering, okay, how am I going to deal with this? Because obviously you're very good at what you do, so it's fun.
You're avoiding the question. What was your favorite interview that I've done?
Well, let me think. That's a tough one, because I wouldn't want to take one and kind of put one before the others so that you would feel really uncomfortable with the other one. So I'm happy with this.
You haven't watched my interviews, have you?
Yes, I have. I promise I have.
Name one interview that I've done.
Don't do this to me. I don't want to make a choice for you, please.
Just name one.
Be good to me.
Just name one. Wow. So it's pretty exciting that the top guy at CBC is such a big fan of my work. I'm Nathan Fielder, on your side. On your side. All the time, we see people talking with other people. That's normal. But what we see less of is people talking with things that aren't people at all, like animals. Having a conversation with an animal is the ultimate human fantasy. But to a gifted few, this dream is a reality. They're called animal communicators, and they might be able to help you have a better relationship with your pet. Rochelle Rodney is a Toronto-based animal communicator who's been talking with animals for most of her life. What is an animal communicator?
An animal communicator is a person who uses telepathy to communicate directly with animals, or interspecies communication, basically, from a distance, mind to mind.
I have a pet cat. Could you communicate with her?
Of course. So what's the cat's name?
Cocoa Bean.
All right, so Cocoa Bean. Okay, so she's pretty laid back. She's very thoughtful, sensitive, but also very Aware?
Can you ask her why she's been peeing on my bed?
Really? She said she's not. She just said she's not peeing in your bed. So.
Well, that's BS if she says that.
All right. Well.
Can you let her know that I'm pissed about it?
Actually, and the way I do my work, and I'm non-confrontational, but she heard what you said and she flatly refuted that.
Well, can you ask her how she'd feel if I peed on her bed?
She said, go ahead, I dare you. She'd love to see that. Yeah, because she also has a sense of humor.
So she thinks it's funny, huh?
I find it funny, too.
If I peed in your bed?
No, not my bed. Actually, I would, too. I'm sure we all would. We'd all find it funny. We tend to find pretty well everything in life amusing.
So you'd find it funny if I peed in your bed?
Yeah, I would actually, yeah. Yeah, you'd probably hear me laughing, and then I just get a new bed. That's all, no big deal.
Okay.
Maybe it's time for a new bed. Hey, maybe that would, be happening because it's time for a new bed.
So you want me to pee in your bed?
I leave it up to you. The ball's in your court. If you're serious.
Because I'll do it if it makes you happy.
If you were to pee in my bed, then you would be peeing in my bed. And that would be that.
So, it looks like animal communicators are a good place to turn for help with your pet. Also, as a side note, we did end up paying for half of Rochelle's new mattress. I'm Nathan Fielder, on your side. On your side. Everybody loves to go on dates, but eventually you're going to want something more. So, when you find that person that you like, how do you turn that date into a romance? To find out more, I paid a visit to Toronto-based professional matchmaker Gloria MacDonald. What are these?
Those are wasabi peas. Hot wasabi peas.
Okay, I have a couple of these. Let's say you're on a date. How do you make that first kiss?
The first kiss. Well, part of it is really about being genuinely interested in the other person.
Okay, so let's say we were on a date. What would I do?
Okay, so for example, I could sit here, let's say we're on a first date, and I could sit here and say, so what do you do for a living? Or I could say, so what do you do for a living?
Okay, so when do we get to the kiss?
We get to the kiss whenever, both people are feeling like they're ready.
Okay, are you feeling like you're ready?
Sure, absolutely. We just won't tell my husband, okay?
Okay. So how does it work now?
Well, you'd probably have to be sitting closer to one another.
So do you want to move towards me, or should I move towards you?
Oh, no, you should do all the work on this one.
Okay.
This is good. Yeah, you're getting closer.
Okay. And how close do I get?
Well, you'd have to get right up there, but there'd have to be a little bit more romance before this. So maybe you should practice that. Are you good at romance?
Oh yeah. Yeah, you look lovely.
Okay.
Okay. So.
Yeah. Well, maybe you need a little practice on that, before. Yeah.
So you're still ready?
No. You can go away now.
Whatever. You probably couldn't handle all this man anyways. I'm Nathan Fielder, on your side. On your side. Right now, I'm checking my email. Oh, look, a funny joke from a friend.
Haha. Maybe I'll forward it to some of my coworkers. But wait, even though I like this joke, is it appropriate for the workplace? Each year, thousands of Canadians lose their jobs because of inappropriate emails sent at work. So, as an employee, how can you be sure if a joke is appropriate for the workplace? To find out more, I sat down with certified workplace ethics coach Mara Vizzuti. How do you know if a joke is inappropriate for the workplace?
Well, I think common sense. I think there are guidelines around what could potentially offend someone.
What would be an example of an appropriate joke for the workplace?
Well, I don't have one off the top of my head. Well, there's knock-knock jokes, right? You know those.
Sure, okay.
Knock-knock.
Who's there?
Orange.
Orange who?
Orange, you glad I'm at the door?
Ha! That's funny. Okay, wait. Say it again. I want to write it down.
Knock, knock. Who's there, Orange? Aren't you glad to see me?
Wait. Slow down. Knock, knock. Then the person says...
Who's there?
Who's there? And then you say...
Orange.
Orange.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then the person says, orange who? Who? And then what do you say at the end?
Aren't you glad to see me?
Orange you glad to see me? Okay, can I try it now?
Sure.
Okay. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Orange.
Orange who?
Orange, you glad to see me?
Yes, I am.
Uh-huh.
You like that one?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So, even though you have to be careful, there are still jokes that are appropriate for the workplace. Orange, you glad I told you that? I'm Nathan Fielder, on your side. On your side. You're probably wondering why I'm dancing without any music playing. Well, you might be surprised to learn that there is music playing in my ears. I'm listening to an MP3 player. It's a new technology that allows you to listen to music on the go. And if you don't already have one, you might want one. So, as a consumer, what should you look out for when purchasing an MP3 player? To find out, I paid a visit to Daniel Matthews, a top salesperson at Wacky Wheatley's Audiotronic. What should a consumer look for when purchasing an MP3 player?
When purchasing, size is very important, anywhere from 512 megabytes to 2 gig, depending on what they want to do with that item.
Okay, so just for a visual example, I'll be the consumer coming into the store, and you sell me an MP3 player.
Okay.
Okay.
Hi. Just to start out that way.
Oh, hi.
Hi, how you doing? What brings
Good.
you in today?
Pardon?
What brings you in today?
Just browsing.
Just browsing? Have you seen the new iPod MP3 players available?
Oh yeah, I'm not really interested in an MP3 player.
No. Would you like to see what I'm speaking about?
That's okay, I'll just have a look around by myself, I think.
Okay. If you have any questions at all, just ask. I'll be here.
Okay, sure, thanks.
Has anything caught your eye at all?
No, not yet.
Not yet? Would you like to listen to an MP3 player?
That's okay, I'm really not interested.
Do you live in Halifax here?
Look, I'm just browsing, okay, so I'll be fine. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Daniel. What is your name?
Sorry, are you interested in like a date or something? I don't know why you keep coming up and chatting with me. I said I'm just browsing.
Have a look around. Absolutely.
So, it's important to be prepared when purchasing electronics because you might encounter some annoying salespeople. I'm Nathan Fielder, on your side. On your side. Real estate. Prices are up. And all across the country, Canadians are now paying more price than ever to own a home. For example, this house recently sold to an adorable interracial couple for nearly double the price that it was just 4 years ago. So, as a consumer, is now a good time to buy, or are prices just too sky high? And if so, why? To find out more, I sat down with successful Nova Scotia realtor Debbie Savage. Is now a good time to buy a home?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Interest rates are stable now. You can still get a good rate. So it is very good time to buy.
Okay, so this is a new home that we're in right now.
Mm-hmm.
What room is this?
The master bedroom.
And what would go on in here?
Pardon?
Like if a couple bought this place, what would they do in here?
Well, it's the master bedroom, so this is where the people would probably purchase a very nice bedroom set.
Yeah, but what else? Like what else would they do in here, if you catch my drift?
Yeah.
Do you catch my drift?
I think so.
And what is my drift?
I'm not quite sure, actually.
Like if a couple bought this place,
Yeah, yeah.
what would they do in here, if you catch my drift?
What would you do in here?
What would I do in here?
Hmm.
Well, I'd probably be alone.
Mm.
And, you know, find a way to enjoy myself, if you catch my drift.
Okay. I catch your drift. Okay. I don't think I have any other questions.
So, even with real estate prices at record highs, it's still a good time to buy a house, if you catch my drift. I'm Nathan Fielder, on your side. On your side. This is a person's face. Now we can tell right away that this face belongs to a man. That's obvious. But what's less obvious is whether or not this person is a liar. Are you a liar?
No.
We've all heard the expression, liars never tell the truth. But just how in the world can we tell if someone's being dishonest with us? How do you spot a liar? Well, doing just that happens to be the specialty of Superintendent Mark Hartland. He's a polygraph investigator with the Halifax Police. How can you tell if someone's lying to you?
Well, you know, in polygraph, interesting thing about polygraph is that you really truly rely on the polygraph test results itself.
To get a better sense of how it all works, Officer Hartland suggested hooking me up to the polygraph machine for a test.
All right, nice and still there, Nathan. Test is about to begin. Do you live in Canada?
Yes. What was that? A question for babies?
Nathan, have you ever looked at a Playboy book as a child?
Yes.
Nathan, have you ever purchased a Playboy book as an adult?
Well, what's adult?
18 plus.
No. Or, yeah, like, no. Not really, no.
Nathan, have you ever viewed pornography on the internet?
I think this question's a bit inappropriate.
Yes or no?
I don't. I think maybe by accident.
Nathan, do you view pornography on a regular basis?
This is. Do you?
Yes or no?
Do you?
Yes or no?
Do you?
I've been tested before. Yes or no?
Yeah, and I bet they found out that you were a liar.
Your whole approach to the question, Nathan, already answers the question.
No, I didn't say anything. Stupid machine. It's a dumb test. So it's clear to see that even with the most advanced technology, it's still really hard to tell if someone's lying, because I don't look at porn, okay? Okay. I'm Nathan Fielder on your side.